Hello and welcome to Prep E, where we revolutionize how you prepare for IELTS. I've come up with the fourth type of question, which is form completion in the listening module. So let's understand the step-by-step approach for this particular question, followed by solving it in front of you. So the very first thing that you have to do in all types of questions is to read the instructions carefully. Once you have read the instructions, you have to read the questions and then underline the keywords. After underlining the keywords, you have to think of any synonyms or paraphrases that you might hear in the audio, because mostly the same words as you see in the question will not be repeated. They will paraphrase it or they will use synonyms. Apart from that, something that is specific to this question is predicting the answer. Now, predicting the answer is different from guessing. Guessing is that you're doing it mindlessly, whereas predicting the answer basically means that you are trying to understand the question and then figuring out what kind of word will be used or what kind of number will be used in the answer. So it could be a noun, it could be an adjective, it could be an adverb, or it could be a number. So let's say that the blank is preceded by a dollar sign. If it's preceded by a dollar sign, it basically means that the next word or the blank will be filled by a number and not a word. Similarly, if we have dimensions, let's say something is followed by, like a blank is followed by centimeters or meters or feet. In that case, there also the blank would be filled by a number, so you can be mindful of that. If it is like, let's say, a phone number, it's going to be a number, so you are predicting the answer. Also, when listening, listen for any keywords and synonyms. Grammar is not as important because you are writing the answers after a hyphen or a colon. So when we fill up a form, we do not write complete sentences. We write the answers in a word or two, three words, right? It's not like a sentence with is, an, the. These words are not usually used. So grammar is not as important because the question is followed by a hyphen or a colon. Don't spend any more time than is necessary. If you miss an answer, make a guess and move on. Here, guess means you're just guessing. Prediction means you're waiting for the answer. You're anticipating that the answer will be a number. So you're very alert when you hear a number. Okay, so please keep that thing in mind. And now let's move on to the question and solve it. All right, so we are solving form completion question, and the very first thing that we were supposed to do is read the instructions. So the instructions here says complete the form below, write no more than 3 words and or a number. So you have to follow the instructions. You can write up to 3 words and or a number. So there is also an or, which means writing a number is not necessary. Number 2 is we have to read the title so that we have some idea of what this form is going to be about. So it is Packham's Shipping Agency Customer Quotation Form. So it is about some shipping agency and they are sending the customer the quotation form. Number 3 is we have to go through the questions and underline the keywords, and then ultimately think about the synonyms or paraphrased version. So let's start. Example is given to you: country of destination, Kenya. Now here we have name, so obviously this blank we have to predict. Also. So I'll do all of these things simultaneously. We have to read the question, underline the keywords, think of the synonyms, and predict. So this is pretty basic. You don't have to think about the synonyms because name would be pretty direct. So this is going to be the last name of the person. So listen to that carefully. Then address to be collected from. So we have to predict the address. Not predict the address. We have to predict what would be in the blank. So it would be the name of the college. So listen to the audio carefully where they talk about the college and from where the item has to be collected, address to be collected from. Town, we have the town's name, we have postcode next, and here obviously we can predict that the answer will be in alphabets as well as numbers. So the pin code or postal code is usually a combination of three letters and three numbers, I guess. So listen for that. Then the next one that we have is the size of the container. So if it's the size, we can easily predict that the answer will be in numbers. So length, we already have the length. Then we have to listen for the width and height. So width will again be a number followed by like m, which is meter in this case. So if this is meter, most probably width and height will also be mentioned in meters only. So be alert when you hear numbers. Then contents, they've mentioned one content, clothes. There are two other things that are inside this container, so listen for that again. Then total estimated value, so obviously this will be a number again, we can clearly predict that. And it's a pound sign here, so it's a currency, so it's the price or the value, so estimated value. So yeah, let's start listening to the audio and then we'll simultaneously answer the questions and I'll lead you. So you have to be attentive. So name, address, town, postcode. So if you listen Bristol, right, that means you've already missed out these two answers. If you listen to the number 1.5 meters, that means width will be next, and after that they'll talk about the height. So answers will be in the same order, so they'll follow the order. So the answer to question number 1 will be followed by the answer to question number 2, and then we'll get the answer to the question number 3. So I'm playing the audio and I want you to solve this. I will not solve it right now, I'll just lead you and show you where we are at in the form. Let me play the audio. Listen to it carefully.
We'll hear a telephone conversation between a customer and an agent at a company which ships large boxes overseas.
Good morning, Packham's shipping agents. Can I help you?
Oh, yes. I'm ringing to make inquiries about sending a large box, a container back home to Kenya from the UK.
Yes, of course. Would you like me to try and find some quotations for you?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I need a few details from you.
Fine.
Can I take your name?
It's Jacob Mkere.
Can you spell your surname, please?
Yes, it's Mkere.
Is that M for mother?
Yes.
Thank you. And you say that you will be sending the box to Kenya?
That's right.
And where would you like the box picked up from?
From college, if possible.
Yes, of course. I'll take down the address now.
It's Westall College.
Is that Westall?
Yes, college.
Westall College. And where's that?
It's Downlands Road in Bristol.
Oh, yes, I know it. And the postcode?
It's BS8 9PU.
Right. And I need to know the size.
Yes, I've measured it carefully and it's 1.5 meters long.
Right.
0.75 meters wide.
Okay.
And it's 0.5 meters high or deep.
Great. So I'll calculate the volume in a moment and get some quotes for that. But first, can you tell me, very generally, what will be in the box?
Yes, there's mostly clothes.
Okay.
And there's some books.
Okay, good. Anything else?
Yes, there's also some toys.
Okay, and what is the total value, do you think, of the contents?
Well, the main costs are the clothes and the books. They'll be about £1,500. But then the toys are about another 200. So I'd put down £1,700.
All right, so I navigated and helped you go through the entire form through this marker right here, and I hope you were able to get at least 6 or 7 right answers. I guess these two were tricky because he said something like not blah blah blah. So not is usually 0. So let's have a look at the tape script or the audio script. Now this audio script is not available in your actual test. I'm just using it to help and explain the answers to you guys. Okay, let's start with the audio script, and I'll keep marking the keywords which I heard and was attentive for and about, and then I'll also mark the answers simultaneously. You will hear a telephone conversation between a customer and an agent at a company which ships large boxes overseas. Good morning, Packham's shipping agents. Can I help you? Oh, yes, I'm ringing to make inquiries about sending a large box, a container, back home to Kenya from UK. Yes, of course. Would you like me to try and find some quotations for you? Yes, that'd be great. Thank you. Well, first of all, I need a few details from you. Fine. Can I take your name? It's Jacob McRae. I'm not too sure about the pronunciation, whatever it was. It's fine, right? Now the thing is, it is a difficult, or I would say it's a rare surname or last name. So they will definitely ask the client to spell it. Okay, so you have to hear it carefully. It says MKERE. And then the agent confirms if the first letter is M for mother. So if you heard something else, let's say you heard N instead of M, then you can correct yourself. It was not N, it was M for mother. So MKERE. You have to listen carefully because they spell the difficult words for you. They will also spell the name of the college. Yes, thank you. And you say that you will be sending the box to Kenya. That's right. And where would you like the box to be picked up from? From college. So they are alerting you. He hasn't mentioned the name of the college. They have just used the word college. So you have to be attentive that the answer to question number 2 is right here. As soon as you hear name, you should be attentive that the answer to the question number 1 is going to be spoken now. Yes, of course. I'll take down the address for you now, whatever. Address, okay? It's Westall College. Now, this is again unknown. We do not know about this college. We do not know about the name. So, the agent will definitely ask the person to spell it or would confirm the spellings. So, Westall or ALL. Yes, that's the name of the college. Then she repeats again, Westall College. So even if you missed out the last L, just figure out what could be the best possible answer and write it. It's Downsland Road in Bristol. So you have these in the form already. So you know that this has been spoken. This also has been spoken. Now is the turn for the postcode. So the postcode is BS89PU. So I said it's a combination of like 3. Okay, it's not 3 letters and 3 numbers. It's 4 letters and 2 numbers divided in a set of 3 each. Right, and I need to know the size. Size is the next one. Yes, I measured it carefully. It's 1.5 meters long. So they've paraphrased length into long and not 7.5. So 0 is usually called not. So if this is something you were not able to answer correctly, I completely understand. This is kind of tricky, but now that you know that 0 is also called not, you will not make this mistake ever again. So it says not 0.75 meters wide and it's not 0.5 meters high or deep. So this is the height and this is the width. Great, so I'll calculate the volume in a moment and get some quotes for that. But first, can you tell me, very generally what will be in the box? So in the box, this is the keyword here. As soon as I heard in, I knew they're going to talk about the content. So that's how they've paraphrased it. They have not used the word content anywhere in the audio. Okay, then The next keyword was clothes. So as soon as I hear clothes, even if I missed out contents, if you have heard the word clothes in the audio, you know 6 and 7 will be answered now. So it says, okay, uh, and there's some books. Okay, good. Anything else? So 1/6 is the book, 7th one would be toys. Okay, what is the total value? So estimated cost of the contents. Now they use the word content. So if you were waiting for this word, you will miss out on these two answers, right? So please don't do that. Follow the form. So clothes was spoken, so the answer to 6 and 7 is already done. Next is your value. Well, the main cost are of the clothes and the books. They will be about 1500, but now a lot of you might just stop hearing the audio after 1500. That's very wrong. You have to continue listening till the end, because sometimes they change the answer or that is not the complete answer. So it says then the toys are about another 200. I put it down to 1700. So your answer should be 1700. If you mark it as 1500, it's incorrect. So look out for the change in answers or look out for the completed answer. So here is the list of your answers. You can take a screenshot of this, and that's pretty much it. So here, this is okay. This is easy, this is also easy, this is also easy. Now here 0.75 m is the best way of writing it. I had already given you the hint that if they have used m here in the question here, then you can use m here and just use the number or digits before that. That would be most convenient. But if you want to write meter like this or meters, meter like this, and you also want to use the word wide, that is all correct, but follow the format of the form. And if in the form they've used 1.5 meter here, use it in the same manner, 0.75 meter and not 0.5, right? Not 0.75 and not 0.5 meter, instead of writing meters wide and all of that, even though it will be correct because you are following the instructions. However, if the question was no more than one word and or a number, in that case the only right answer would have been this and this. Okay, so yeah, these are the different combinations you can use. Then books and toys, this would be correct. If you write some, that is also fine. So words in brackets are optional. They are correct but not necessary. Alternative answers are separated by slash. So whatever you see in brackets, if you write that, it's fine. If you don't write, that's also fine. But here I would suggest go for the easiest answer, which is this in this case and this in this case. Okay, then 1700, it's pretty basic. I told you, look out for changes or listen to the entire conversation. Don't miss out anything in the conversation. So that's about it for this kind of question, for form completion question. Now you notice that all of these were followed by colons. So you don't have to give complete answer. You don't have to say contents are clothes, toys, books. R is not needed. Grammar is not needed here. This is what I meant when I said grammar is not needed. Total estimated value is dash pounds. That is also not needed. So when I say grammar is not needed in form questions, this is what I meant. So in case if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comment section below. I'll be answering those questions in the next video if they're complicated. Otherwise, I'll just reply to you in the comment section. Apart from that, if you're interested in enrolling into our IELTS or self-pep courses, you can reach out to us on the number given below, and also seek consultation for immigration related doubts. That's about it from my end. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. Thank you so much once again.